question to ask you. When you wake up, is one of the first things you do brush your teeth? I hope you just said yes. Little do you know, this part of the morning routine has been around for a very long time, going on even centuries. Throughout this time, the toothbrush and dental care as a whole has evolved to and from many different things. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about. We are going to be diving into the history of a toothbrush. First of all, dating all the way back to the Stone Age, dental care was a huge priority. However, CureProx.us explains that they found out that cavemen would use plant fiber as toothpicks. They found this out by doing ancient tartar analysis. This was the oldest recorded form of dental care that they know of, dating back around 10,000 years. Over time, food processes changed a lot. Sugar became a very popular ingredient in foods, which obviously led to more dental care being needed. Eventually, over time, more dentistry forms were tested with. As people started to get more interested and concerned about the health of their teeth, more resolutions were experimented with. Moving forward about 5,000 years to ancient Egypt, a new mechanism was formed. This involved chewing on branches from the eric tree. These were referred to as chew sticks. While they did not give the tooth a whitening or a sparkle, it got the job done to a point. This worked to get food out from in between the teeth, but there were still complaints about toothaches, which they would later find out that they came from cavities, which happened and formed due to the lack of cleanliness in the mouth. With that being said, this only led to even more advances in experimenting with oral hygiene. Moving on, when we take a look at the Middle Ages, it is shown that brushing teeth took a major downfall. Oral hygiene just was not understood during this time. People just really didn't see the need for it. They would go as far as to only pick the food out of their teeth with their fingers, which is gross to say the least. Eventually, during Queen Elizabeth's time, it became almost a trend to not brush your teeth. In their minds, they believed that if you had very rotten teeth to the point where they were blacked out, it was a sign of wealth, being that the wealthy could only afford the sugary treats. Eventually, people saw that this really wasn't a thing to flex on because having blacked out teeth frightened people away. And it just wasn't a good look and eventually led to your teeth falling out and you having no teeth. Obviously, experimenting with oral hygiene took a slight pause during this time, but starts back up again a few years later. Now the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the development of the modern toothbrush. The birth of bristle toothbrushes originated in China, which consisted of bristles from hog hair. They used hog hair because it was super durable, coarse, and stiff, which made it very handy for picking out the stuff in between your teeth. For the body of the toothbrush, they originally just use wood or branches from trees, and they would tie the bristles to the body of the toothbrush. Eventually, the amazing material of nylon was discovered, taking dental care to a whole new level. This type of toothbrush was originated in 1938 when DuPont introduced nylon, which is a synthetic material that transformed the toothbrush industry as a whole. There were many benefits that came with the nylon toothbrush, such as the softness, durability, and the better sanitation. I personally couldn't imagine using hog hair as a toothbrush because I feel that would be very uncomfortable in my mouth, where these are very soft and get the job done real well. These toothbrushes were the biggest outbreak of dental history and currently are still thriving to their finest. There are still advances being made today, such as the electric toothbrush and water picks, and they all benefit the well-being of oral health. And even in the future, I can see more advances coming, but who knows what that's going to bring. This speech did you well, and you now understand the history and evolution of the toothbrush. It is really cool to see how such simple things can have an impact on the history and the future of lifetime itself. It's really important to notice the advances that these type of things make over time. Thank you for listening to my speech.